Couple things that you need to know about roof claims when you have a storm related damages and you want to claim it to the insurance companies and get the compensation from insurance company for your roof replacement, or maybe gutter siding, something else, whatever been damaged by the storms. I do see some people here in Louisville, Kentucky, hesitating to turn the claim to the insurance company, thinking that it can change the premiums, maybe will bring higher deductible on new changes that comes along with the roof claim, but it's not quite right. And here's the reason why I am so convinced that it is not. Compared to driving a car, if you drive in a car, there's things that can depend on your driving habits, and there's things that has no relation to the way how you driving. You know, if you're speeding, you're not controlling your anger, that's one thing. And if you are at higher risk, then it's understandable that cost of doing business for insurance companies dictates to raise your premiums and charge you more because you can cost more to insurance companies. But if somebody else, run into your car and you have no fault, will insurance company consider to raise your premiums just because somebody else done it? No. It's already in the cost of doing business. They have, statistic how many accidents happens, and they evenly distribute it throughout, certain communities. Like state from state, it could be different, and even county. Different counties, they have different statistic, and depends on what county you're living in, depends on some other things, but definitely it didn't depend on things like storm related damages. In case if you, when we're talking about properties, houses, if you have a storm related damage on your roof, siding, gutters, whatever, it's storm, it's an acts of God, and it's already calculated it statistically how much money they need to put to the premiums of different individuals depending on the areas they live in, and will you turn the claim or not, it won't have any effect on your premiums or deductible. But of course, if the storm will hit our city and the entire city gonna be ruined, then and if it happens on some kind of regular equations, like it does happens in Texas, like they have so much hailstorms there, or in Colorado, or hurricanes in Florida. So that's what really counts, and it doesn't matter will you specifically turn the claim or not. They will count the cost of doing business, and they will charge, they will evenly distribute throughout the people that live in that specific counties or the state, and that's what will affect. on the premiums that they charge to those people in that area. So please don't think that if you have storm related damages, if we got hail, if we got strong wind that blow the shingles off, or the tree fell on your roof and make a hole in your roof, or if ice storm like we have today, it's February 10th 2021, we have ice storm here today and tomorrow. Maybe it's gonna be so much ice on the trees that trees not gonna hold it and fall on the roof. So that's something that not gonna affect on your premiums if you will turn the claim or not. So please do not scare to turn the claim when you have legit damages related to such things as ice, wind, hail, or fallen trees. What else? What else you need to know about insurance claims? Price. Price is definitely a big factors that you have to consider, but comparing to when you do a roof replacement out of your pocket because you know it's too old, it's significant wear and tear, or if it was a bad workmanship with original or previous roof replacement, and roof is not reliable and you have to replace it but you don't have a storm related damage, price is definitely can affect on your decision who you wanna hire for a job. And it's not necessarily the low price. You know, many people who paying out of pocket are very, very careful about what they paying for, because as I learned here in the United States, people saying you get what you're paying for. So many times people who paying out of pocket, they more serious and more selective, and I don't really see that everybody choosing the cheapest contractor. I would even say that people choose between average or maybe even higher contractor, and especially busy people who are busy by making money by doing something else, not trying to save money, and then you know, facing the problems that could be addressed if they pay a little bit more. And the time for those people are so valuable that they don't want any compromise. They want to do it right all the way through, and they're ready to pay a high price just to protect themselves from a hassle, to chase the roof leaks, and maybe even for some people to replace the roof second time because the first time was not done properly or extremely wrong. So, and if you are one of those busy people that don't really have time on making such mistakes, then let's come back to the insurance claims. If you have an insurance claim, does it really matter? You're gonna hire a cheap contractor or expensive contractor? Cheap contractor who's gonna cut so many corners and leave you with the issues, or you're gonna hire the most expensive contractor who's gonna take care of everything all the way through, give you full compliance roof, get it up to the all the latest codes, uh, and you're not gonna face the problem again. If you paying only deductible on such equations like acts of God, storm-related damages, if you pay only deductible, why to try to settle for less? One of the uh, person that I learned roofing from, he his approach to his customers who contacting him is such: hey, I am one of the most expensive roofing contractor in the city. Do you know why you have to hire me for a job? And then he break it down that if you pay only deductible, why not to insist your insurance company to use this specific contractor for your roof claim? And of course, there's some kind of moral issues here, and I do see some people hesitating to hire the most qualified roofer that do everything right. But there's one thing in insurance policies. Every single insurance policy has such arrangement. To protect themselves, insurance companies put in the policies such things as appraisals. If a contractor is extremely greedy and wanna charge too much money to insurance companies, they can figure it out. They can see, man, this is astronomical numbers. This is not fair. This guy wanna rip us off. So that's why they have a provision in every single policies that allow them to acquire the appraisal. And the appraisals helps to find what's actual fair market value is. And insurance company can send one appraisal, and you as a homeowner or we as a roofing company can hire another one. And by the way, we use the guy who usually charges $1,500 for the appraisal, and it is the cost of doing business. So we prove that we have a reasonable charges. We not overcharge. We have a fair market value, and we finding the compromises with the insurance companies, and they negotiate and find a settlement for our customers. And that's something that I want to bring out, that way that you don't really scare the moral aspects of such things. Insurance people, they very well protected. They protect themselves very well with the policy. There is no way to rip them off. So they know how to do it business, and they protect them very well. From another hand, the insurance companies, I would even say that it's much more on their part that they rip off us, the contractors, because they design the software that help them to control the prices in the entire country, and they have a price level for each region. You know, that's because that's the way how they count how much to charge to you as a customer, how much premium to charge you, and they use that software named Exactimate. So Exactimate, such software that has price for every single item. Like if we talks about the roof, they break down that roof up to every single nail. They count how many nails you need, how many shingles you need, how many metal underlayment, in whatever accessories related to the roof. They break it down and they put a price for each item, and the price that they put for each item is very low. It's such low that it was a time several years ago when I signed up to be one of the preferred vendor for several insurance companies, and I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand how low the prices are, and it's just no way for me to stay in the business. And I drop it because I do see that people who paying out of pocket, they much more selective about the quality. They're much more selective about contractors, about the system that roofing contractors offer them to install on the roof. And I do see that people value it. Why should I bother to settle for less? Never split the difference. So I dropped the insurance work almost completely because it was extremely unsatisfied. And I didn't really realize that insurance company with that software Exactimate create such a monopoly that they dictate to us, to the contractors, how much we should charge for every single nail or whatever items make the roofing system. And I started neglecting the insurance work until I learned something from other roofing contractors. When I noticed that insurance companies pay to other roofing contractors much higher price, I would start wondering why. What's going on? Why they pay much more to these guys, and why they pay that little to me? So, and what I discovered is that insurance companies' financial interest is actually involved. So it's actual conflict of interest. They charge you, and as a homeowner, they charge you, and can they dictate how much they're gonna pay you for your roof? I mean, it's a conflict of interest. It's so clear. And then I understood that I, as a contractor, I have the right, I have a voice, I have to charge just exactly how much I need to sustain in business. And I was struggling. It was so hard to do the work, the insurance work, but in the same time, it's so much. It's much more insurance work than out of pocket work, because most people, they're waiting for the hail, they're waiting for other storms that caused a loss, and then they turn it to the insurance people, and insurance people pay to the contractors that ready to settle for less. And you know, uh, I, and I never cut the corners because the conscience, you know, uh, I raised differently. You know, in my country, it's too dangerous to do things wrong. You know, people can kill you just because you didn't do it right. You know, Russia is such a country with the mobs. You know, and people who has money. You know, they ask. You know, they're not just picky. They stand behind with the guns or something like that. So I've been trained to provide best service, do everything right, and I did the same thing here, but it was too short. And I did see how other contractors cut the corners. And you know, when you cut the corners, okay, you might be can still be okay to do insurance work and make some money, but this is moral issue. It's a moral issue. It's hard to live with that, and uh, I couldn't stand. I drop it until I figure out how actually work with insurance companies. Until I learn Exactimate. Until I learned that how low those prices in Exactimate. Until I learned how to go through the appraisals to protect my rights, not the insurance people financial interest, but my financial interest. When I found how to protect my financial interest, and I start seeing that insurance people settle with me for more money than they originally offered to me, it opened the game again. So I'm back in the game. I'm back in the insurance game. I, I can afford again to do insurance work, and of course, it's not just something that I do myself. I do it with the help of other people. I have people who work with me on insurance claims. Uh, you know, insurance claim is a really long and difficult process unless you settle for less. If you settle for less, they can cut you a check. You got the job, but you're not gonna make money on that job. But if you wanna go through the process, well, first of all, you have to have homeowner on your side. You know, the homeowner need to realize that there is a financial interest involved, and you couldn't take just whatever insurance company offer you. You have to find what you deserve accordingly to the contract that you have with them, because the policy, it's a contract between you and insurance companies, and they owe you if you lose the roof or other components of your house with the storm related to the storm. They owe you to give you what it's worth to replace accordingly to, you know, fair market value. And you know, if insurance companies don't want to take my prices that I need to charge to sustain in business, then they not cooperate. They don't want to be reasonable. They saying you wanted too much money. I have plenty of people who can do it for less. And how can you win the game? You know, you can win the game, but both homeowner and roofing contractor should be on the same page. we have to be together. We have to be united. If you see that insurance people have financial interest, you don't really take their word when they give you a certain amount of money. You have to cooperate with your roofing contractor, what your roofing contractor need to do the job right for you. That way, you're not gonna come back to the problem. You're not gonna chase the leaks. You're not gonna chase contractor that install that roof for less. And in reality, they not really answer the phone because they hate when previous customer call them, because the only reason they call them is because there's a problem with the roof. They're not picking up the phone. How many times I heard from the homeowners, hey, I have a roof leak. I called my roofer. He didn't answer my phone. All the times. And the reality is like that. Statistically, 90% of contractors are out of business within first 3 years. This is just a statistic, because when we start doing the business, we we come in the game, we not really know how to compete, and we do believe that insurance company provide fair market value on their first estimates, and when we calling them and saying, hey, it's too low, and they saying, well, you don't want to do it, we got plenty of people who want to do it for this price. And what to do, you think, okay, well, I got to do it. And then you have the bills to pay that you cannot afford. You have customers that calling you back saying, hey, I got roof leak, or they take you to the court. People out of business. So I guess I can be thankful for my Russian inheritance, that I'm still in the business, just because they train me not to cheat on the work that I'm as a contractor provide to the homeowners. But it was very tough. It really was very tough. I own this company for 13 years now. 13 years. It was an extremely difficult time for me to stay in the business. I personally spent like 10, 12, sometimes 16 hours a day on a roof. I'm actual roofer. I'm actually I roof several houses just myself. When you see that Mexican crews come and do the job in one day, I came myself and did in 3-4 days myself, just one man. I'm an actual roofer, and then after such long day, I have to come back home and I have to do the paperwork, and I have to provide a certificate of completion to the insurance companies, and wait until they review it, and until they submit the second check, what they usually call depreciation money. And sometimes that check's supposed to go to mortgage, and sometimes that mortgage is out of town. You have to send that check, and they should send it to you. Sometimes these people asking release waiver to submit in a certain format, and sometimes they're not even accepting your phone calls if you're not the homeowner that you have an account with them. And it happens that sometimes you wait 3-4 months after you install a roof for somebody, and then you wait 3-4 months until you get paid. It's extremely unfair. They already pay you very low, and then you have to wait that long time to get paid. So no surprises, no surprises that 90% of contractors are out of business within first 3 years. That statistic is not really surprised me. So what I wanna emphasize here is that you don't really need to settle for less. Insurances pay good money. They pay actual fair market value. If me as a contractor and you as a homeowner work together as a team, when we work together as a team, then we capable to provide enough evidence where is the actual fair market value is. And if we need to go to the appraisals, I'm very fine with that. I'll be happy to go to the appraisals, because typically appraisals will show that I am on the right side. I'm charging a right fair market value, fair market price for my jobs. I'm not greedy. I'm not overcharging. I not ripping off the insurance companies. I'm simply get what I need for my work. And then, and I have a big team now. I have, I have 22 employees, and about 20 different subcontractors that work with me. And that's a team, and everybody take their own place in this system, to go and inspect the roof, to document the damages that are there on the roof, to present it in a right format that insurance adjusters or desk adjusters, field adjusters or desk adjusters, they won't have a reason to deny. And in those cases, if we need to provide it into the in a court, we have all that documentations. And people who helping me with that, they cost me money. So it's my cost of doing business. Or if I have to pull certain reports for hail or windstorm from weather companies, that cost me money. Or if I have to justify the measurements, I either, these days most insurance companies use satellite services that measure your roofs, and or I have to send somebody on your roof that come with a tape measure and measure it. It will cost me money to prove how many inches and how many nails I need for that specific job. And then when insurance company talk to you, they want to talk in that language that Exactimate. They want to base all their pricing based on that software Exactimate. So I have to send my estimator to a special school that teaches how to use Exactimate. So I spend lots of money, and plus, I have to pay salary to this guy who went to that school, that he can communicate all that pricing, and how much time he spent on each job. Sometimes he spent several days, if you count hour by hour, communicating with insurance companies providing information that they need. If they need certain documentation like pictures, or sometimes they need ITEL is such things that if you lost just couple shingles and there's no match, you have to send it to the special company that can figure out where you can get the exact shingles to make a repair. And in that cases, if they cannot find anything to match, then insurance company have to pay a full roof replacement. So that cost me money. Just I tell a report about $150 plus. I have to send the guy to take that shingle off your roof, go to the post office, wrap it properly, send it back, and that itself can turns to like $500. Or to hire the appraisal. I already told you, like $1,500 to hire the appraiser to put all the items there that need to be for the roof replacement. So it all costs money to me, and I'll be very straightforward with you. For me to replace a roof for the insurance company, for the insurance claim, is much more expensive than do it for out-of-pocket customers, because it's much easy and less communication. It's pretty straightforward. You have your numbers, you gave the numbers, you took a deposit, you got a second check the day you finish the job. You don't need to wait 3-4 months. You don't need to pay your Xactimate estimator. You don't need to pay to hail report providers. You don't need to send your inspector to the roof 2, 3, 4 times. You don't need to send it to ITEL. You don't need to pay customer communication manager who's supposed to communicate with you as a homeowner, and insurance people to record all the communication. I call this one, that's the conversation we have. They request this one, we provide that one. You have to document all the steps, otherwise they can just disappear. Insurance company very proficient on using tactic deny, delay, defend. They trying to deny the claim, deny the damages, storm related damages. And this is number one reason why people sue the insurance companies, because the insurance company denied the legit damages. The number two reason is because they underestimating. They're not paying the right price for roof replacement. And you couldn't just ask them, hey, please pay me $10,000, and they're gonna say no, only $5,000. And you either have to settle or fight, and you cannot fight if the homeowner is not on your side. So we after we as a team learn how to charge fair market price to insurance companies, and after we learn what they actually ready to pay to roofing contractors, the legit roofing contractors that stay behind, reputable roofing contractors that staying behind their work, and if something happens, they're not hiding but coming out and facing the issues and ready to take care of it. These all considered as a cost of doing business, and it's all that what we charge to you, to homeowners, and in those cases when you have storm related damage, this price goes to your insurance carriers, and we charge them and they pay for that. And if you want a headache free roof, if you're so busy, you don't have time to deal with that, you don't have time deal with uncooperative adjusters, uh, let us do it for you. We'll take care of you. Just give us a trust, and we're gonna sign an agreement. I'm not gonna pay to all my team to do all that work for free. And if you don't have patience to wait for the good result, if if maybe you even thinking to take advantage of my service and turn the claim, collect the money, and never hire me for a job, I'm not gonna do it. And straightforward, right at the beginning, we're gonna sign the agreement. You hire us for a job. If we see the legit damage, we're gonna help you. We're gonna take financial risk, and I'm gonna invest money, but I'm not gonna take that risk if you don't have a legit damage, storm related damage. Why should I spend money on my team if I don't have chances with your insurance company to compensate for the claim? It's not profitable to waste the money. I do it only in those cases that I have, I'm not going to say 100%, but 99%, because it's sometimes reasons for a mistake, who make a mistake. I got 22 employees. I'm not gonna go that deep to figure it out, but it's cost of doing business on my part. I'm gonna take a financial risk if I trust my inspectors that he found that related to the storm, damages that related to the storm, that's supposed to be covered by your carrier. The insurance carrier will pay for that. And this is just one reason. But the second reason, if we have it in written that you hire me for a job, if job is mine, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna take my financial risk. I'm gonna include my team. I'm gonna make them go and collect all the information you need and fight for you and fight for the right compensation. But I need you on my side. We're gonna sign the financial agreement. You guarantee that job is mine, and I'm gonna help you with insurance claim all the way through. So if it sounds fair, then find us online, Roof It Right. Don't confuse with those paid ads. That our competitors, they buying that keyword Roof It Right, and you can accidentally click on my competitors ads on the Google, and then not all of them really have a team that I have here in my company. And almost every single roofer gonna say, yeah, I'm working with insurance companies. And then they're not capable to go through the smoke screen that insurance company gonna set up. So I have a proof process. I have a guaranteed program that guarantee the result. I'm not gonna pay for nothing to my team. If I see certain guarantees that we get the claim approved. I will invest in my team, and I'll give you an assurance that I will take care of you, and you not gonna owe me nothing if claim is denied. If claim is denied, this is my loss. That's my financial risk. I lost if it's not approved. But if it's approved, you have to go with me. You have to hire me for a job, and you have to be patient. You have to be on my side, and you have to work with my team. And by the way, I have very good team, very intelligent guys here. You know, it's not just those rough roofers that you know hard to communicate with. It's pretty intelligent team. It's a team of people with a high standard moral, and we do it right in every single aspect. We are roof it right. Remember that. If we would do it otherwise, we're just gonna be like anybody else. But we do it right, and I really wish to help you. I'm ready to be on your side. If you're ready to be on my side, let's work together. Call us, and we'll help you with any issues related with storm damages. We can help you to replace your roof, and with a guaranteed result. You either get it, or you're not gonna spend any money. I'll take the financial risk. So I'm Sergey, the owner of Roof It Right here in Louisville, Kentucky. We're here for last 10 years helping people to have a dry roof. Thanks.